New York, big city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.
Slight lead over the next guy who we'll talk about.
The slight lead
All right,
over the next
slight
guy.
lead.
And the slight lead is over who?
It's over Killian Hayes, the French kid.
Kill!
Okay.
Kill. Now, when people hear Killian Hayes and they hear he's French, right? This is things that happen in people's head. They either get like PTSD because they're like, "Oh my God, no, we don't, we can't stand Frank. He's not aggressive enough." But or they go, "Oh well, he's a system guy. That's cool." But I think people want a playmaker. So is he a playmaker?
So he's the definition of a playmaker.
I knew he was going to say
I
that.
should have prefaced it that he's actually born in Florida. So for those crazy Knicks fans, he's a Florida point guard. He was born in Florida. So for the crazy Knicks fans who are traumatized by the word French point guard, we can say he was born in Florida and currently plays in Germany. All true. Just leave out that he's a French citizen.
Okay.
All right.
So basically with Killian, like, you're getting great size. He's a 6'5" point guard. He's strong. Unlike LaMelo, he doesn't get bumped off the spots. When he's driving, he'll take the contact and he'll finish. Again, great touch. He has a really good floater package. He's shooting 91% from the free throw line.
Come on.
He's lighting it up, like absolutely lighting it up. And he's one of my favorite players to watch because his passing is incredible. Like I told you guys, this class, if it's flooded with one thing, it's flooded with playmakers. And there's a ton of dudes that can pass. And Killian is definitely one of them. Coming off the pick and roll, I mean, he's absolutely deadly. He'll hit the corner. I mean, he'll throw whip passes all over the court with serious velocity and serious accuracy. He's pinpoint. He'll manipulate the defense like it's nothing with his eyes, jump balls, fakes, everything. Like, he'll get them in the air and he'll get them second guessing. And what I like about him is he's just matured. He's grown and matured over the course of the season. Back in the first month of the season when he made the move with in the Germany league, he was averaging, I can't remember, but he was turning the ball over a ton. Like, kind of reckless with it, always trying to make that home run highlight pass. And as the year went on, the game slowed down for him a little bit. And he's a guard. He's not going to win you over with speed. He doesn't have great burst, but he has great size, great composure, and great pace. So once he started to settle into that pace, and he won't lull you to sleep, but he'll put you on his back. He'll use his size. He'll use that tall frame to see over the defense and see over the help. And once it kind of clicked for him, he has taken off and hasn't looked back since. Like I said, he's just, between him and Denny, you could call it 3A, 3B on my board right now. And with the Knicks, he's probably one of my favorite fits for them.
Question, though, because I've had this debate in my mind because I'm hearing about LaMelo Ball and Killian and even Halliburton, which you can talk about later. In my mind, I sound crazy. I'm like, why not take a Killian over a LaMelo?
So I actually think, this is going to sound kind of crazy, because after all those numbers, I'd rather you guys off 91% from the line, 39% from three. Killian really struggles with catch and shoot stuff. He's shooting 25%. He's shooting 25% on spot-up no dribble jumpers this year. Only 32 attempts, so not a huge sample size. But considering he had a ton of shooting woes last year in France, and now again only shooting 25% on spot-up no dribble jumpers, it's not the end of the world. And I see a roadmap. Like, there's a roadmap for Killian to be above LaMelo, and I wouldn't even argue with that. Right now, I do think LaMelo is probably more of a dynamic passer than Killian is. No disrespect to Killian. He's incredible in his own right, but LaMelo, I think his handle, he has a shiftier handle, which allows him to set up everything else better. So I think his handle probably gives him a slight edge. And just LaMelo's 2 inches taller, so that opens up X amount of things. But where Killian is much better than LaMelo is around the rim. Like I said, he's not going to beat you with like speed and burst and just blow right by you like some of the other guards in this draft. But kind of like when Luka does that deceleration when he gets to the rim, he'll just like stop on a dime and
have you fly by.
He'll like freeze in air and the defender will go flying by and he'll just float it off the top.
Good move
of the
for
window.
you point guards, by the way.
Yeah.
For short guys like me.
Killian. So basically, that move only works if you can take the bump and maintain your center of gravity and maintain your balance.
Right.
Killian's really strong, so he can do that, and that's been working for him a lot. Like early in the year, he would try to just go straight up, meet him at the rim, lay a fine layup, and he was getting a lot of his stuff pinned. But and it still happens now. Every point guard gets pinned, but now he's kind of learning how to use his leverage more, getting into defenders' like getting into their bodies more, creating that separation, bumping them off their spot rather than just waiting for them to come at him. So he's rapidly improved over the course of the year, been super productive, visible growth, and he's one of my favorite prospects. And look, if the Knicks walked away with Killian, I'd be very happy.
I'd be happy too. And his name is Killian, dog. Like, do you know what we can do with a name like that on the Knicks? Killian? Killian kills balls.
And this is also what I'll say about him. Like, you pull up a picture of him, combine that with he's the swaggiest dude in this draft by far. There's no question about it. Like, he has that French look. He has good curls. He's got cool glasses. He's got good style.
Him and Frank, they're gonna be taking the
New York girls are gonna fall in love with him, man. I'm telling you.
Oh man, him and Frank gonna be having a drip contest.
Oh, man. Drip on time.
He's got it all going on. So look, if Killian was suiting up for the Knicks in the Garden next year, I'd be a happy guy.
And I can just imagine too, Killian with RJ, with Frank, and they're all talking French to each other on the court at the same time, and you kind of have like an interchangeable 6'5", 6'7", almost three playmakers going at the same time. That's like kind of real positionless basketball. I mean, if Killian can actually start to hit catch and shoot jumpers.
I do have one question about Killian though.
Oh. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we've been talking about like how he's on the offensive end. How is he on defense?
So yeah, that was what I was going to get to next.
All
right. This is a huge part of his projection because basically in the beginning of the year, if you read what I said in my preseason board about Killian, I was probably a little bit too harsh and kind of missed the forest of the trees with him. But basically, his point of attack defense was absolutely brutal. Like brutal. There's a game. He played in FIBA, it was U17, so it would be like 2 summers ago, probably a long time ago. But he kind of has his posture is really upright. His posture is really upright, and his steps are really heavy. So he doesn't have those like quick turn hips, and like he can't like slide, like go from slide to run really quickly.
So Matt pick and roll probably.
He's not like a great lateral, or he wasn't at least a great lateral athlete. Like Andre Curbelo, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He's a city guy. He plays for Lou High. He blew by him cleanly every single time. Literally every single time.
Damn.
And I was just like, how is this kid gonna even be sustainable in the league? Like if he can't guard anyone on the ball. So going back to earlier in the season with those kind of problems are still rearing their head. Like he was getting blown by way too often. He was overplaying his guy at the point of attack, which results in way too clean of a blow by. And something must have clicked for him because ever since then, he's just learning how to use his body to like contain the ball handler more. He doesn't need to be Pat Bev and be up in their grill. He's a 6'5" point guard. He's strong and he can contain the ball. So yes, he does have some still like lapses where he'll just get blown by way too easily or caught way too upright. But if you believe you can fix that posture, even minimize its negatives on the court, he has some real defensive upside because he's 6'5", and like LaMelo, he sees the game 2 steps before everyone else. So that offensive IQ that results in him slinging whip passes all over the court and just being really deceptive with the ball, that translates to defense, and he lives in the passing lanes. Like I don't know what his steal percentage is off the top of my head, but he's really like he has good. Like we talked about, he's good size. He's 6'5", can maybe guard multiple positions, which is huge for your lead initiator.
Right.
And then he's in the passing lanes. He's making plays. He's a good team defender. He's just disrupting plays, whether that's getting a hand in there, getting a strip, just tagging the roll, just doing anything to disrupt the other team's offensive flow. He's been really good there. It's just a philosophy thing where if you think point of attack defense is more important than team defense, I think team defense is more important, but obviously if you're a guard and you're getting blown by all the time, that's just not tenable. Getting to see, like, watching him make that progress in the German league has been incredible because I've always loved his offensive game, but you can't force yourself to buy something if you don't think the other side of the ball is tenable. But now that not only is it tenable, but he's showing real flashes of being a solid defender, I'm pretty much all the way in.
Okay,
all right.
That's all right. Ready to turn that around. I was scared. I was scared the first time, and I was like, "Oh God, no!
Yeah.
That's not what we need. No, this is why I didn't want DSJ here. Nah, God, but all right."
No, I had to preface it with where he was to now where he is now.
Yeah.
It's a big part of him as a prospect.
Exactly. He was 17 at the time, which is a long way from where your prime will be.
Long way. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
But when you play overseas, you got to watch any film you can get.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
True. Very true. All right, cool. So we got Anthony Edwards. We got LaMelo at 2. We have who's 3 again?
Maccabi.
So,
Israel dude.
Yeah, I didn't want to mess with his name. That's why I asked Ryan.
Maccabi Tel Aviv. Yep.
Yeah.
Maccabi, Tel Aviv. 4.
Killian. Yeah.
Favorite name
Killian.
of the draft.
By far.
5. I think I know. I don't know.
Yeah. So at 5, I don't know if you guys. So I basically had 8 guys that I want to talk about for this range. If that's cool with you guys.
Okay.
All right.
So my 5th guy is on my personal board. I don't know how good of a fit he is for the Knicks, but I guess I'll give him some airtime. Tyrese Maxey from Kentucky.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've seen him play a little bit.
I've heard of
New York, big city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.